We got a bunch of devices today. Why is this? Why has it got this hook here, baby? What's up, everybody?
Good evening. Happy
Bear with us
Thursday.
one more second. Make sure we get in here. See all you bright faces. See all those bright faces. The difference a pair of glasses makes.
Good evening, guys. Happy Thursday.
Yes. Anniversary of my boy Notorious B.I.G.'s death. We saluting for my boy Big today. March 9th is a big day for my hip hoppers that know we lost a Goliath artist, man, visionary, and just an all around incredible person.
Absolutely.
That blessed us in the genre of hip hop and music overall. So we salute you, B.I.G. R.I.P. Forever in your memory. Thank you for your contributions. We salute you. Go Big.
Yes. Let's get it started, babe. So we see everybody
What's the
coming
rush?
in.
How much it took
no
us?
rush. R.I.P. Big.
How much it took us to set up today? Give Big his moment. So the brown for my boy Big. That's for you, Big. That's for you, Big. Frank White.
We see everybody coming in. Hey, Facebook Live. Hey, IG Live. Dr. The Realist Live. Dr. Alicia Delgado Gavin Live. We see you on YouTube Live. We're everywhere. We up and running. We see you guys coming in. Thank you. First, we want to start by thanking everyone who supports, who watches us every week, who shares our content, who comments. We thank you. We love you. And we appreciate you. Please continue to share.
Appreciate you even more if you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe on youtube.com with the Dr. and the Realist.
Sugar-coated.
Let's get this started. So tonight we are talking about Honey's topic tonight.
You always making my topic. It was like my topic like the last 3 shows.
No, last week
was our topic.
Our topic.
We talking about energy vampires out there, y'all. The people that suck your energy, and it doesn't matter what the temperature of the room is. They always seem in a way to make it chilly or bring their complaints and their negativity into a situation. So we're just going to speak on that very briefly, and just be mindful of ourselves too, because since I brought this topic up, I learned that I myself could potentially be energy vampire. So hoping to learn and grow with y'all as well as teach a little bit.
Yes, and please feel free to comment, ask questions, your own experience with energy vampires. We've all at some point been an energy vampire ourselves. Hey, love. Hey, Melissa Claudio. We see everybody coming in. Thank you, guys. So energy vampire, right? So this is not just labeled to one kind of person, right? We have co-workers, family, significant others, children, friends, maybe client. If you work in any kind of business or industry, clients, customers, patients. All of this can be contributed as energy vampires, right? Okay. And these are just people who, it's different levels, right? So you could have someone who's just constantly negative all the time. And maybe not negative towards you, but just every time you speak to them is, woe, it's me. It's never going to work out.
No
it's always a complaint. It's always something negative, right? I feel that I'm a highly sensitive when it comes to energy, and I did not understand the level I have of my energy and where it is until like a few years ago, because I would always have a weird feeling in my stomach around certain people. If certain people hugged me, if I spoke to someone, sometimes I would get off the phone and I would have like a weird feeling, and I didn't understand why was I feeling this way. Okay. There's even been times I've been around family and maybe they said something that in retrospect, I'm like, oh, that doesn't bother me, but then my chest gets tight. And I'm like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I getting this built up? Like I need to say something, but I don't know why.
So when you say energy, are you talking more like they vibes, or are you talking about like an overwhelming reaction to their negative commentary?
Both, because both things can drain you and suck the life out of you. So one, if you're around someone, like I said, who's just a negative person, or like I said, always woe is me, always talking about them and never asking you how you're doing, right? It's about me, woe is me, oh, it's always something wrong. That's draining within itself. And then if you have someone who's always attacking you in some way, that's an energy vampire as well.
Okay.
You
Okay.
understand?
So basically, for the people that then get their double doctorates and feelings and emotions and all that shit, as my boy Kendrick Lamar put it, bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Basically.
It's people that come out here and they kill your vibe. You buzzing, you on your own plateau, you feeling good about life, you feeling promising, you feeling encouraged, and here they come with their bullshit. They ain't never done nothing in their own life personally. I need to say that. I'm gonna take shots at all you vampires out here because usually the people that complain and talk about your shit, they ain't done it. And they not even working on theirs. But they can tell you 1,001 reasons why your stuff's not gonna work. Absolutely. To me, that's a classic example of an energy vampire. They come in and they kill the vibe. You might not even be overly positive or super hype, but they come in and they just drag you down, with their complaints and their negative perspectives on things. And then you look at this person, you're like, listen, you're so blessed. You don't have these chains on you. You don't have that. You don't have the responsibilities and the burdens that I have to carry. You got least to worry about, but you're always so negative. Everything to you, oh, that's not going to work. Oh, where you get that idea from? Oh, who you think you are? You not this person. And mostly it's a miserable motherfucker that's talking about it of all ages.
Yeah, absolutely. And
you think I'm talking about you? I am. Shit.
I don't know who he's talking about specifically, but I'm talking in general. Like, have you ever walked in your job and said like good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and people just roll their eyes, or you could already feel that energy is on them.
Yeah.
Like, Dad,
you got that coworker that's always like, oh, my cat's sick again. My roof is raining. Not even happy that they're homeowner and they actually have a roof over their head. But my roof is leaking again. My cat's sick. It's woe is me. And you kind of want to just take a V line away from that person. But they come trailing behind you mad slow. They wait for you to get comfortable at your desk or you set in your head.
You're eating your lunch, enjoying yourself.
Being in your own cubicle. Here they come around. You see that one little hand take the top of the cubicle and guess what happened to me this week?
I don't want to hear it.
I ain't asked you what happened this week. I'm not looking for that vampire. I'm tired of you sinking your woe is me fangs into my world. Yeah. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Okay.
But you know what? One thing I gotta say is we all have friends and family though who we talk to, who we vent to, who we confide in.
I don't talk to nobody but the Lord and maybe you.
Okay, besides my husband, right? We all have those friends and people, right, close in our lives that we do talk to, right? That we talk to, we vent to. That's what girlfriends do. Guy friends, they don't really, get into things like
Guys
that.
don't talk. We don't run our mouths. We might talk to our pops or the homie, but we don't run our mouths like how y'all run your mouths. Women talk entirely too much about shit that they don't need to. Your friends don't need to know your emotions, your fears, your this and that, because you can kind of become a energy vampire just inviting that type of energy completely into yourself.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean your friends don't need to know your fears, your concerns, and things like that?
This is how I look at friends.
Okay.
Friends always want to celebrate happy moments with you. They don't want to sit there and figure out your fucking problems. You can tell them 1,000,001 things is going on with you. Ain't nobody cash apping you a damn thing. Nobody's trying to help you invest in it. Nobody's trying to work on you getting into no counseling program. They just here to nod and then tell you they bullshit. That's most friends. Friends don't want to get into no deep, sticky shit with you. You know what I'm saying? Because to them, that blows their vibe. If they can't just unload on you, which is very convenient for them, they call you whenever they want to, whenever they got a fucking problem, and then you become, oh, how's everything in your world? But if I really told you what's going on in my world, you wouldn't really give a damn. And you ain't trying to help. So that's why I said I wasn't trying to be a smart ass and be like, I only talk to God because that's the only person I trust. Sometimes my wife I don't trust with some shit. And I gotta go in and figure out myself how I can get myself together without having to drain all of my fear and my negativity on somebody else. Now, other people are just social creatures where they just got diarrhea in the mouth and they always talking about shit. Most of
Got
the
it. Got
times
it.
it's not even about their stuff, it's somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, whoever's watching, you love damn
Mm-hmm.
talking about somebody else, but you ain't got nothing going on in your damn world.
Okay.
Okay, but those same people, what are you telling them for? What are you confiding in them for? I only
Okay.
confide in people that I feel as if can give me a
But listen,
solution or help me out with the problem. Anybody else, I'm just wasting my time giving you that lip service. And that's my own personal thing.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's like that.
Okay. Okay. So how I feel, right? I understand kind of 50-50, right? So I feel like in one breath, you have just some people that just want to dump on you, but can never be there to help and support you, right?
Yeah,
When
even
you
if they
need
have
it.
the
Even
resources.
if they have the resources, the time, the support, okay, you have that. And then I feel like there's some people who you can call on that can really pour into you and give you that advice or pray with you or say, you know what, maybe you should try it this way because it didn't, I from my experience, you understand? I feel like men and women it's different because women really need that support system. Regardless of what men think, whether they feel like it's gossip or all this, women still need some kind of support system, whether they have someone who's a guidance, someone who's a coach, someone who's a mentor, someone who's a pastor, priest, whatever it is, whoever you're seeking, women always still need something to help with that balance.
They don't need, they want.
I feel like
There's
they
a lot of
need.
women that go through their own stuff by themselves with families in tow,
Mhm.
and you would never even know that they're going through it because that's how they handle their business. So I don't want to generalize and
Yeah.
put that information out there that it's just women. And there's some men too that can't keep their mouth shut. Everything they talking
Mhm.
about, they running their mouth about
Yeah.
this, running their mouth about some. Oh, guess what so and so said about you? You know
Mhm.
them people that want
Yeah.
to tell you, oh, so and so talking about you. So my question is, why do you feel so comfortable talking about me around you?
Okay.
You
Mm.
seem like you the op. You seem like you the one reporting back, or you the one carrying that information or misread. Like, this is me. If
Okay.
you're my friend, trust has to be earned.
Okay.
Okay. If I'm confiding in you, you're somebody that I actually see that's in a better situation than me, or you have a life of knowledge that you can impart on my situation. A lot of people are just fucking nosy. They just want to be in your business just to be in your business, just to talk they shit, just to talk about you. But then be like, oh, I'm there for you, girl. Whatever y'all need.
Strong.
And it's
Yeah.
bullshit. They don't care about you. They just nosy. They want to be in your information. They want to be in your business. And they want to know. I'm talking real because you got to understand these people, what I coin a term energy vampire. That's just not somebody that's just sitting there. They're very, very secretive. They're very elusive. They're able to get into
An
your
energy vampire?
yes, they're able to get in your inner circle, have a false trust, and that's their comfort zone. So they drain that energy from you.
Mm.
They drain that energy to make yourself feel better. Or
Okay.
they don't want to feel like you just too good for them. Like, oh, your relationship is so great. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Possibility.
Like a lot of that people don't want you to be happier than you seem to be of them.
So that's one perspective, which I understand. But I feel like sometimes people who drain your energy don't even realize that they're doing it.
And now that's the question I had, because
You
when
know.
I had posed this to my wife, she had said, well, you guys, and she's talking about me and my kids. She said, we are energy vampires for her. And at first I felt a little insulted by that. I'm like, shit, I'm the one in the boat with you shoveling the water, changing diapers, dealing with these damn kids too. How could I be an energy vampire of you? That's absurd. And
It's
she's like,
not.
no, and I have a hard day and stuff like that. And you want me to cook for you, and then you want me to do this stuff for you. It's draining. You don't understand how draining it is. So then I said to myself, so is an energy vampire someone that intentionally or unintentionally drains your energy for whatever reason? And she said to me, it could be both.
It can be both.
So then I said, wow, if that's the case, then everybody's a damn energy vampire, because a
Everybody
lot
can
of people
be.
can just be draining you and not even realizing that that's what they're doing to you,
Yes.
but that's their way of communicating with you, because it's
Yes.
been okay the first 500 times that they've come to you with,
Absolutely.
here are my problems,
Absolutely.
and
That's
it's
my
never an
point.
end. It's like,
Yes.
these are the people that I don't like about that. Okay, everybody needs somebody, as you say. Everybody likes to be
Yeah.
social. Everybody likes to talk.
Mhm.
I don't like the friends and the associates that come to you for advice. You give them sound advice. Like you literally sat and you mulled over it, you processed it, and you put your own input back. You said, you know what, this is not a good so. And that person totally disregards getting information. And they come back with the same fucking problem, coming to bite you and drain some more energy out of you. They first of all, they drained you with the first bite with their problems that you didn't want to hear. You recovered from that. You gave them whatever input it is.
Okay.
Come back the same motherfucking week and a half ago with the same bullshit problem. Nothing applied, nothing tried. You still on this, oh, well, you know we're going through these problems. Oh, you know we're still. You're the problem.
So, okay, I understand that.
But you hear that? Do you hear that part?
Yes.
You see how you the problem.
Yes.
Okay.
So
right.
I understand with that, I realized, like my friend Jackie said, a lot of people aren't self-aware of what they're doing. They can't help it.
That's the unintentional ones.
Unintentional ones.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So more people, I feel like, just need a good ear sometimes, just to vent. You know?
I hear that.
So
I hear that.
I'm gonna talk personally for me now. This is personally for me and how I am. One, everyone here knows I'm a therapist. So I'm listening to people's problems all day.
But how annoying does that get?
Now, it gets draining. Okay, so let me put it this way. I have clients. That's one level that can be draining.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're professional.
Professional.
Okay.
But in my mind, I'm giving a service and I'm able to turn that off because it's a service.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. I don't have to hold those things with me. Again, I've been doing this for so long. People like, oh, do you hear sad stories? I've probably heard every single sad story you could think of.
Yeah, it's and a lot
worse.
Of me stories. And listen, y'all, I be like this half the time because I don't want to hear it.
Yes, you know. So I kind of become desensitized. Not that I don't care, because I can still be empathetic.
Right.
I'm still empathetic. I can still do my job with no problem.
That's the great nature in you, and a professional.
Yes.
Right.
But when it comes to my clients, when I feel I'm getting drained, instead of seeing 15 clients a week, I'll see 2 clients a week because I need that moment.
So it has to be that balance.
It has to be a balance. Okay. When it comes to my family and my friends.
Oh boy. Buckle up, yo. Here we go.
Okay.
Here come the shots.
No, I'm not throwing shots.
Here come the shots.
Listen, if it comes to my family and my friends, right? And I'm just feeling like heavy, like it's just so much, whether they're all going through stuff in one week, whether they got trouble, whether they this to that, my family's asked, can you do this, can you do that, let it know this over and over and over. I will be transparent and say, I'm going on a hiatus for a few days where I don't talk to anybody. My friends, my family know, don't call my phone. I'll even log off of social media.
But this is my thing. Why do you hold that weight? Why can't you tell them, leave me alone? I don't want to hear it. I feel like if you're a real friend, you could be like, listen, girl, you know, the some real shit. Like, I don't want to hear that right now.
But in like the moment, if I'm talking to friends and family, in that moment, it's not like I'm feeling heavy in the moment. It can be like days and I could just feel like depleted. Like I'm just feeling real heavy right now, or my energy's down.
How do you know that's coming from them if you're not feeling it? My thing is, you would assume it's them because it's an innate reaction to the conversation. So when you getting off the phone with this person, you know, are you feeling energized, or why is it hitting you 2-3 days later? I think you're not really thinking about the access that you allow to yourself that's draining you. You see, This is me. I shut shit down. And ain't no damn friendship or nothing in the world other than me and God and my wife that I'm gonna lose some sleep over. If you really my homie, if you really my friend, you really my homegirl, and you killing my vibe, I feel like I can be a real friend to you and be like, you are killing my vibe. If I gotta sit here and watch your feelings, or I gotta be tiptoe around, you know, letting you drain my energy.
Yeah.
What kind of friendship is that?
But listen, with my friends, I can be like, you're being mad negative right now, or I'll be like, I don't want to hear that negative mess right now. I'll tell them like this, your energy's off.
I don't think a lot of people. I think when you're too nice to people, and I could be wrong, y'all can please answer this in the comment. I think when you're too nice to people, they get conveniently retarded. Meaning they don't fucking listen to what you're trying to say. They don't want to process that. I don't want to hear your shit. So I have to literally say it to you like you have a block, a mental block. so that I break through that block and we don't have to keep going through that avenue.
Yes.
You know, I feel like you have a very different I don't say compassion or interaction for your friends, but listen, friends are friends. We're gonna be real, we're gonna be real. If you drain it, I'm not gonna be on E out here draining me till I'm empty. Before I'm like, you know, I kind of need a break. I'm gonna say, you cut your ass, shut up. I don't want to hear it.
I'm not like that.
I don't want to hear it. You're killing me. You didn't want to take my advice. This is the 5th time we talking about the same dumb shit that you want woman up, man up about. Enough ready. Yeah. Go to God with it. God got better solutions than I do.
See, I'm not cutthroat like that because I have more, but I have more of an empathetic side.
How is that cutthroat? That's me protecting my energy. Yeah. And I think that's the only thing you can do against an energy vampire is protect your own energy. Yeah. Protect your space. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. They will drop so much of that bullshit on you. Yes. And you know what? They never tell you this, but they feel a lot better after they done dumped that shit off on you. You sitting there like, damn, man,
this was mad.
I got a headache. I'm like,
I'm tired.
I don't know where this came from. Who you got off the phone with? X and so and so. Oh, just the mere name is just like, oh, they still going through it. Like you have to protect your own energy at all costs. I realize in this day and times where there's so many energies and distractions purposely out there, we have to be diligent and mindful about protecting our mental space.
Absolutely.
We wait, especially men specifically, we wait too long to tell people we need help.
Absolutely.
We wait too long to say, I am hurting, I am suffering, I cannot take any more of it. And your friends are your friends, but they only want to help you from their standpoint. No one's going to really divest and really invest in you other than yourself and then your loved one or your guidance from your higher power. Those are the only things that you can really tap into that's not going to drain you, that's going to fill back in that energy or fill back in that vibe that was taken from you with this person's endless problems. Like we all have problems. Be mindful.
Be mindful.
If we were the ones that, you know, you could keep coming to with the problems and we was like, you know what, let me tell you all the shit that I don't like first before you get into what you got to say. Imagine how that would feel. You don't want to talk to us no more.
Possibly, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't get to dump all your shit and then you ain't got to carry none of ours. No, real friends converse. Okay, this happened to me. That happened to you. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. And then we move on. Not, I'm still going through that problem. Oh, he didn't change. Oh, he didn't do nothing different. Oh, she didn't change. Oh, she's still doing the same thing. Like,
or I hate this, or I hate that, or I'm not happy, or all of those things. But
I don't got the answer, Sway.
What about the family?
Now, family, you stuck with them. Okay? So
not really.
Yeah, to a certain extent, you are, unless you're going to totally disregard them and avoid them in every family gathering, or just tell the family like I don't F with them, which is awkward in itself, and that's draining. Family, everybody had that crazy uncle that you know that he's funny, so you give him the time of day. You know what I'm saying? Parents, come give and take. Parents listen to a lot of our bullshit coming up. So to me, parents got a little bit more patience from me when it comes to venting or reciprocating some of their problems, because they raised us. They heard most of our problems. They worked with most of our problems. So to a certain thing, you have more patience and reverence for them. But indirect family, some of them grandparents, some of them aunties, uncles, some of them cousins of the cousins. Y'all niggas getting a long one. I ain't got time for it.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't got time to be your friend. Okay, you was never my favorite, and I'm being real with you. Okay.
So family is, like he said, it's a very hard one because you can't really just completely disown family.
Yeah, you can't disown.
I feel like you kind of can. You can really separate yourself.
But that costs you so much energy, and it's really from them being negative. It's not even like you wanted this person to be a rival to you. It's just this person know how to shut up around you. This person don't know how to not talk about your business when you're around. You ever had that auntie or that uncle that's every time they come around, they talk about your shit?
all the time.
They always want to
just
know what's
always
going on
something
in
to
your
say,
world. They
something
never got nothing
negative.
going on in theirs.
Yes, always something negative.
Those you
That's
gotta shut
draining.
them down. And I
That's
think when
draining.
you let those people specifically go by,
Mhm.
that's when you're doing yourself a big disservice. Because now every time they're around, you're accommodating, you're switching yourself up to and preparing yourself to
Okay.
deal with this person instead of just checking their ass from Jump Street. Say, listen, mind your business. Stop talking about my business around me. I don't like it. I ain't feeling it.
But
What's wrong with that?
It's easier said than done. If a person's been dealing with this in their
Shit, not for
family,
me.
okay. But if a person's been dealing with this for years, right? All of a sudden, stop talking about me, stop doing this. It's hard for a person to put those boundaries up. We talk about boundaries all the time. People have a hard
I don't
time
know.
setting them. Again, just like this.
I think that's
Like
a
you
person
said,
basis. I
okay,
don't think that's a
if
personal board.
I've always been accommodative to someone, if I'm always accommodative to people, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm not going to be accommodative to you anymore, right? How hard is that for that other person to accept that? Like, well, you've been accommodative for the past 25 years.
And I let that shit slide, and today it ends. Cut that shit out. Catch it coming out your mouth again, it's gonna be something else. See, I'm a different type time than you. You gotta understand, like, me protecting my energy is imperative.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna sit there and hold that emotion in. I'm not gonna hold that sadness. I'm not gonna hold that aggravation in, and it be my personal struggle. I'm blowing that shit up right in front of your ass. We laying that right out on the table. I'm gonna let you know this is what you did. I don't like it. This is the options that you have. If you continue, I'm not fucking with you
anymore.
I'm not dealing with you. Stay out of my business. I don't like you. Don't be around me. You don't understand all of that being too nice. What is the goal of that?
Well, I don't think it has to be so much as being too nice, right? Because we have a thin line.
But that is being so nice. If somebody is repeatedly in your business, if somebody's repeatedly draining your energy, if somebody's repeatedly being negative to you, and you just said to me, you've been allowing it for years.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you tell a person you're getting your ass cursed out completely.
But some people have a hard time putting up that boundary, is what I'm saying.
You don't think they'll get a boundary from getting their ass cursed out? Getting your ass cursed out, there's no miscommunication there. There's no, oh, I think he was. No, I'm letting you know right now. The wall is here. The buck stops here. Okay? You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. And you don't have to curse them out, but you can let them know, no, I'm not dealing with it no more.
Yeah.
I don't like, if you want to be in my circle, if you want to be in my world and whatever I got going on with my life, my kids, whatever part you feel like you play in it, this is what you have to do to maintain that relationship. I've had enough of the, what is it? It's like, it's abuse, but indirect abuse.
Okay.
You know, it's like, what do they call, like third party abuse or something like that? Like, you're not going to just keep putting me through something. And just because you don't want to change.
Yeah.
Some people don't, some people too, like I said, they play conveniently dumb.
But listen, so moral of the story is you can't change someone, especially an adult. You cannot change a person. You can't change their traits, their personalities, if they're toxic.
Not even how they treat you? Not even how they interact with you?
It depends. It depends on the person. You can tell them how they made you feel, and it's up to them if they decide if they want to change or be a better person for you. But the moral of the story is I learned.
I don't get that. Is anybody else lost here? Like, how are you going to let somebody else dictate how I feel, how you got the energy that you're pouring on me?
No,
I got to sit there and mull over that?
No, you don't have to sit there and mull over anything, because if you address the person and they're still continuing the behavior, now it's up to you to decide what you do. Like in an abusive relationship.
Okay.
I was in an abusive relationship, right? And we heard this in a podcast that we listened to. And as much as I could have been a victim and I did it, I went through this and I went through this abuse and hurt, I have to take some ownership because I allowed it for so long when I could have had the choice to leave. So the same thing with someone who's draining my energy. If I keep allowing it, that's my fault. That's where you have to have balance. So I had to learn that, okay, this is my family, this is my friends, this is my husband, this is my kids. No, the people that I have in my life now, I'm not cutting off, because the people who weren't supposed to be there already started falling off. But now I realize I have to have balance, right? So when I'm feeling heavy and when it's a lot of stuff related to work, I take time off of work, right?
Okay.
When If I'm feeling my family, my friends, if I feel like, okay, I'm just feeling really heavy from it right now, I need to get back in my mental space, I'll go on a hiatus and be like, and I'll tell them, don't call me for a few days. I need just to get my mind right, get back in order, right? If
So let me
I'm
ask. Okay, go
if
ahead.
I'm in the house with you guys and I need a moment, what do? I'll go upstairs and close the door and meditate, right? Guys, I need mommy time. I need a few minutes to myself. It's about having balance because you cannot change another person. You could only change how you react to people and what you allow them to do to you. As much as we feel like, oh, a person's going to change, most people at this age, you're not going to change unless you want to, or unless you acknowledge your behaviors.
I just think it's a new school, it's a new era with everybody having all this mental illness and having all these suicide ideation and going through all these manic problems from not dealing with their stress and anxiety properly. No one got time for that bullshit. Man up, put that boundary out there. Whatever kind of verbal assault you got to lay on them, you got to let them know, because as easy as it was for them to put that negativity on you and tell you, oh, just get over it. I was just joking. That you can't stop. You hear this one? Stop being so sensitive. Since you don't want me to be that, I'm going to lay into your ass the way that you deserve. Now, we are two different individuals. You clearly handle it in a more diplomatic, loving way, and I handle it more in a tyrant, punch you in your face type of manner. But listen,
not literally punch someone in your face. We don't condone violence.
Right, a euphemism of that.
Yeah.
But basically standoffish. You know what I'm saying? You could be a little dog and bark, get away from me, or you could be a rock waller and watch how fast they get up out of the way of that damn rock waller. I promise you that.
But then again, too, if you have people that love you and respect you, right? If the people are really your friends, if they're really your family, and you tell them that you're going through this, they will be understanding.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Most people that if you had that situation with, and they do love and respect you, they're part of your family, friend, and they're real close network, and they have a value for you. You communicating with them, they'll instantly, or they'll start making changes for that. Yeah. I'm talking about these hard head motherfuckers. Is like, you younger than me, you don't know no better.
Yeah, that's tough.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that always feel like they have the right to say some shit, but then you supposed to bite your lip when it come to them. No, this is the clap back era. You'll get your ass clapped back in a heartbeat for disrespecting people out here. People don't got no time for that.
Yeah.
People losing their lives over anxiety. People are losing their lives over depression. I'm gonna let you sit here and berate me, continue to abuse me because you feel as if you have the right to, because we know each other.
Yeah.
No, that's completely unfair. Now, I don't think you should always take it to the level of conflict and be as adversarial as I'm appearing to be. But you have to understand, you have to be stern, you have to be firm. People, even if you want to bring up the abusive relationship, a lot of people that are in abusive relationships, people don't stop abusing them until you step up to that person, till you let them know, I'm not scared of you. You can't do anything to intimidate me. You can no longer control me. This is where this stops. You may have done that. You got away with that. It's not going to happen again. Most people that react like that in abusive situations, those situations start to get better.
Yeah.
Those boundaries start to get built. Those foundations of respect start to get rebuilt. Rebuild it. But you have to be firm.
Absolutely.
You have to be strong in your intent. Just like you're strong in your intentions of doing work and being successful. You have to be strong in your intentions of protecting your energy, people.
Absolutely.
Protect your energy at all costs. Okay?
Yeah, protect your
energy. It's not worth it.
So a few points we want to leave you off with is just acknowledge when your energy is feeling off.
Yes.
When you're feeling heavy,
say something.
Say something. Whether
say
walking
something.
Into a
you
job,
have the right. You have the right.
Whether walking into a job, whether in your household, whether with your friends, co-workers, your family, your friends, if you start feeling heavy and your energy's off, one, acknowledge it within yourself and definitely say something. Be like, listen, I just need a moment in time for myself because I'm feeling heavy. Or even like, this is a little bit too much right now. I'm going through something right now, so I really can't talk about this right now. It's okay. Your friend, your family will still love you. They will, if they treat you, they'll still love you.
And if they don't, they never really loved you in the first place. Yeah. They love being able to pick on you.
Yeah.
They love being able to antagonize you. They love being able to get a reaction out of you because they're so damn miserable. And we all know the cliche, misery love company, don't it?
Absolutely.
That's how those folks operate. So, please, folks, with these mental challenges that we fight every day, please be intentional about protecting your energy. Be intentional about it. Make sure that how you feel and how somebody else's feel doesn't turn your whole mood around, doesn't put you in a funk that you can't get yourself out of. Because people unload their negativity and go back to their stuff, and you sitting there struggling with it, and they feel better because they done dropped it off on you. This is why we have to be very mindful of everyone, intentionally and unintentionally, to protect our energy. Treat others like how you want to be treated, and also practice mindfulness. I don't think there's enough mindfulness in this world. I don't think people actually think about their neighbor. They don't think about the other person. A lot of people in these selfish relationships, they don't think about the consequences of their infidelity on their mate. They don't think about the consequences of telling their mate's business to their family or to their cousins, because it all comes back.
Hold on, let me scale it back, because we talked about in the household, right? If you have a significant other and kids, they can be some of your biggest vampire.
So how do you deal with that? Because
it just depends. On you. But listen, it just depends. Like, you can have a spouse where you could come home, be in a great mood, and they're just negative and they're nasty for no reason. Everything is wrong.
I think it's for a reason.
I mean, well, to you, you feel like it's no reason.
They just haven't communicated.
But they just haven't communicated what's wrong.
Right, I understand.
Right? Your kids always going through something, but all of these things stem from somewhere.
They do.
Because why are you acting negative? Why are you being this way? Why are you
being standoffish?
Why are you stonewalling? Why are you being nasty?
Why are you gaslighting?
Exactly. All of these things, that drains your energy.
It does.
Especially if you're a positive person, enlightened person. Like, when you're around people that's in your house that you cannot get away from, that's a lot. So that's where communication comes into play. And just like I said, being open and honest and getting balance in your life. You need that time to yourself. Go take that time to yourself. You need to pray. You need to meditate.
That's what I was going to ask you. We told you about the problem, which is people sucking the energy. Now, what's the solution? How do you get that energy back that they've sucked out of you?
Okay, finding balance in your life.
And that right? What activity? How does that look in activity?
Journaling.
Okay.
Right.
Journal. For those my writers.
Writing, journaling, listening to music, listening to positive podcasts, listening to any kind of meditation.
Okay. Like the Doctor and the Realist. Almost nice.
Listen, this may rev some people up sometimes.
No, I want to. Listen, trust me, as sweet and as eloquent as you are, people feel exactly like me right now, okay? People have been sitting there like, listen, it's this uncle and this aunt that get on my last damn nerve. I want to curse her ass out so bad. I want to curse her out so bad. I can feel it. I know some of y'all out there and say, like, yo, I feel right, yo. They got that friend too that is just unrelenting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you got to know it's both sides of the coin. Like I said, me and my wife, we are definitely two opposites that have attracted. You can see I'm more like I ain't got time for it. She got all the time in the world. But the balance is what makes us successful. The balance is what makes, our situation, and we help each other. I help her kind of firm up on certain things, and she helps me kind of be, a little less rah on everybody, and it's helped. It's helped my own growth. It's definitely helped my personal growth. I have a lot more patience than I would even imagine to have at this age.
Yep. And I realize when I take that time for myself, whether it's reflection, whether I'm fasting, praying, just being off of social media, when I come back in the fold, I feel good. I feel like, okay, I'm recharged. Now I can,
Okay.
So it's good to, whether it's like once a month, whatever it is, when you take that time to disconnect from people and the world, it's something that definitely, like, you need. You understand? You need it to get your balance back and just to feel good. And traveling, listen, I know people feel like money, travel. Listen, if you could start a travel fund where every week you put $10 to $20 away, if you go one day without buying fast food a week, within 6 months, you will have enough money to go somewhere. I recommend traveling. Statistics have shown that people who travel often are healthier mentally and emotionally.
And for those brokianas out here, they ain't got the money, ain't talking about that budget bull stuff. You gotta
No,
find something.
time out. I don't believe nobody's too broke to best that, because if you could spend money on drugs, your hair, your nails, your eyelashes, Louis Vuitton bags that you don't need because you're not supposed to, you in the places that nobody else has a Louis Vuitton bag. If you spend the money on all that unnecessary stuff, you could go take a weekend trip somewhere. If you can't leave the country, that's fine. But there's enough resorts in New York, the Hamptons, wherever you are. Those that, if you don't live in New York, there's enough resorts or hotels that you can go to for a weekend. You could spend that $200 to get away.
So as I was saying, for all my travel phobia folks that have
don't listen to him.
Financially challenged, you don't always have to go somewhere to get your peace. Yes, this is all I'm saying. Okay, that is my wife's recommendation. Now that's cool. That might work for most people. That don't work for everybody. Some people just taking a walk in the park, going in the library, doing something, sitting in your car,
sitting
listening to some music, reclining, falling back. And you don't always have to spend money, necessarily to get that peace of mind. It's usually about separation. It's usually about being able to isolate. If you're able to get that moment. For a lot of us that have kids, we understand you can't just pause on your kids. They're not going to sit there and just freeze until you get it together. So you choose those times when you try to get them ready for bed earlier, and then you take that time when they sleep, and that's the time that you take. And listen, it might not work as good as a cruise. It might not work as good as a vacation, but at least it's something that can help you get through the week.
I'll do you one better. Take a day off of work. Everyone out here, I get it. People got to work. Some people love their 9 to 5, their 3 to 11, 8 to 4, whatever your schedule is. Take a day off of work. Do not be a slave to a system and you're not taking care of your health. I'm sorry. Especially you worked a job 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 years. It bothers me when I hear people be like, oh my God, I can't take off work. They can fire you in a heartbeat, as we all learned from the pandemic.
Some people just don't have time like that.
It doesn't take if your cares is important, right?
I mean, you absolutely have to prioritize things. There's some people recovering from COVID. There's some people recovering that used up all their sick time because they had a sick child, or they got out on maternity leave, or they had an injury or something. Listen, I understand, folks. There's so much shit that happens. No one can always get the cookie cutter vacation. This is what my wife doesn't understand.
I'm not talking about vacation. I'm talking about taking a day off of work. Take a day off of work.
But some people can't afford to take off work. Some people don't. If they don't work, they don't get paid. We gonna say take a day of work and not eat, not take care of that.
I'm not saying that. But
this is what I'm trying. This is what I'm trying to get. This is what I'm trying to get you to see. I want you to see the bigger picture of what I'm talking. I'm including everybody out here. I'm including people that don't have money, that don't have a way out, that's stuck in a situation. You cannot let that frustration kill you because you can't afford a trip to Cancun or wherever you want to go.
That's fine.
You have to be able to find that mental space in yourself. Absolutely. Like sometimes sitting outside on a bench, looking at the sun, looking at all that God created, just having that peace, that quiet, just being in nature for a moment. You don't understand how valuable that is. Absolutely. That's not taking no money out your pocket to do that. That's you taking time to appreciate what you have, as opposed to focus on what you don't have. You see, that's why I say it's a slippery slope with I got to do it for vacation. That's cool. Listen, I love going on vacation with my wife. I appreciate it. Yeah. But there's things that you can afford and things that you can't.
Very true.
And that doesn't mean that I can't get my mental health or my mental fix because I couldn't afford that. Yeah. No, that's not life. You figure out how to get in where you at. You don't even understand. Most people sit in their car before they're about to go to a job that they absolutely hate. And the reason that they sit in that car is because they're trying to collect themselves.
Most people sit in their car before you walk in the house.
Yeah, I mean, whatever stressful situation you do. But what I'm saying is those type of little techniques are imperative. Yep. That's good for keeping your balance. That's for keeping your mental. And it didn't cost you a dime. Yep. It didn't cost you nothing. All you had to do was take time for you. Yep. All those that don't have children, stop complaining about you being bored. Stop complaining about you so tired and you don't have time to do shit. You don't understand. When you have children, it's over. Your time is no longer yours. Whether you want to do something or not, it don't matter. You have responsibilities to those children. Most folk. We all know you deadbeats out there.
Oh.
You know, all you is out here watching this show that don't take care of your kids. But you
Another
still
topic.
want to be a
Another
part.
topic.
You still want to be
Another
part
day
of
for another
talking about,
topic.
I don't want nobody killing my vibe. Nigga, you don't deserve no vibe. Your vibe is done at this point. Get back in the game.
Okay.
Anyway, but what I'm saying is for all my folks out there, whatever it is, small,
Yeah.
big, it could be playing a deck, playing a game of cards. Something that will take your mind off the mundane stress, the
Everyday
anxiety,
life.
all the stuff that we're dealing with, and let's just start being appreciative of the things that we do have.
Absolutely.
Find those safe spaces, find those exercises to collect yourself, to practice that self-love.
Yeah.
You know.
And another thing I want to talk about when it comes to energy real quick, start being intentional about who you hang around and where you go in public settings.
Big one.
Okay? Because if you go someplace and the energy feels off or just feels weird, or you leave there not feeling uplifted, is that the place you need to be?
You don't have to hang out because somebody wants you to hang out all the time.
Yes.
Sometimes it's good to kind of miss me.
Yes.
It's kind of good to miss the hood. It's kind of good to miss the homies. You know what I'm saying?
Where you are going and what environments you are.
Know your audience. Pay attention to your audience. Read your atmosphere.
What people are in the room. Me personally, I know I want to be in the room with millionaires and billionaires. That's me.
Yeah, I do.
In my mind, my intention. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to be in a room with millionaires and billionaires that's investing to make me a millionaire and a billionaire. It goes a little bit further from what I expect, because you can be around somebody with money.
I would never hang out with people who's not millionaires and billionaires. I'm not saying that, but again, it's being intentional about where you're going, where you're at, the atmosphere you're in. Being at the wrong place, wrong time only takes 1 second.
But it's even more than that, because it's like I would think the reason and the motivation that you would want to be in those circles of people, because you want to learn from those people to ascertain that wealth, to get those type of businesses, to learn and stuff. See, when you hang out with people that are broke, most of the times they talking about broke stuff. So y'all stay broke. What how you gonna help me if you can't help yourself?
Yeah.
And we're not even working on helping each other.
Absolutely.
See, that's the problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the problem with wasting time with that. You don't always have to be around millionaires and billionaires, but the reason you would want to be around people like that is because they have a different take and perspective on life. Absolutely. They have knowledge that's going to help you build your business or help you grow your business. So you gotta be very intentional about the company you keep. Absolutely. And be very careful that you're not more loyal to someone that's just an energy vampire. Just because you're loyal to them. It's okay to fall back on somebody that you really like. It's okay. Say, listen, I need this time for me. Like my wife said, she'll let her friends know that she's going on hiatus. She'll purge from social media because she's identified the factors that have been draining her and that contribute to her anxiety or her stress or however negative energy she feels. So she says, look, maybe if I abstain from this, I won't have to go through that. Yeah. That's her protecting her energy.
Yes.
You know, without offending somebody.
Yep.
You know
and it's never love lost because I treat everyone the same.
It shouldn't be if they really got your well-being.
It's across the board. So it's not just this person, that person. It's everyone. Family, friends. The people in my house is very limited because I'm here, but they know when I'm on that, they like give mommy her space.
We work as a unit, y'all. Yeah. You know, I'm really upset that we were even energy vampires, supposedly. Allegedly to her, but you know, I understand, you know, she's an entrepreneur too, so you know, a lot of stresses that she may have, we may be triggers to it. You know, she already been on the edge and we didn't know she was on the edge, and we pushed her over like, oh my oh, I didn't know who pushed mommy over the edge? Which one of you badass kids? No, that was you, daddy. We was cool. We didn't say nothing to her. Then we start playing the blame game in the house. Like, well, everybody want punishment. Everybody go to sleep. We start over tomorrow.
Good day.
I'm joking, but you know, sometimes it get like that. You know, real family.
Sometimes it get like that. We're a real family. It get like that sometimes.
You know, so we ain't gonna hold y'all. We want to wrap it up. We wanted to keep y'all with all this back and forth, blah blah blah. I know today me and my wife wasn't on the same page, but that's what makes this show so beautiful. We can agree to disagree. Yep. You know, and in the process of how she handles things, in the process of how I handle things, we learn from each other. Yep. And then we get a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? We advise you to do the same in your relationship. If you're struggling with your routines and stonewalling and the narcissistic behavior and all this stuff, please be real to put your problems on the table with your loved ones, significant family, whoever it is, and say, listen, this is weighing me down, y'all. This is killing my vibe.
This is, yeah.
It's about protecting my energy so I can be the best version I am for y'all. So, please be mindful moving forward. That's all we're saying. Just let people be mindful of oversaturating you with their negativity.
Absolutely.
Let's be mindful so that we can have better relationships. So, that was a lot, y'all.
That was a lot. Listen, thank you guys. Anyone on here, like I said, if you need someone, someone who's dealing with anxiety, depression,
suicide
ideation, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach out to me at Dr. Alicia Delgado Gavin at all platforms, and the Doctor and Realist on all social media platforms as well.
Also, we're working on, we're actually enrolling a new counseling service for all those that may be thinking about getting married themselves. So me and my wife now are coming together, and we're offering premarital services. So if you need to reach out to us about that as well, we'll schedule an appointment. It's nothing crazy. We're not trying to get you to be us because we ain't got the perfect situation, but we work at it.
Yep.
So we want to give you the tools, even if you're not in the most ideal situation. Yep. And I wish I had that when I was about to take my wife as my bride.
Yes.
It's just someone to talk to and give me kind of a real take on what it's like to be married. What the expectations are. Do we have the same expectations? Why am I even getting married in the first place? So if you have any of these questions and you just need somebody to really kind of come together, we'll work with you, y'all. That's the new service that we offer.
And then that's not to say premarital. If you're in a long relationship, if you're married and going through things and you're having a hard time figuring things out, most people don't know, other than me being a doctor and a psychologist, I'm also a marriage and family therapist. I have my master's degree in that. I'm certified in that. Okay. So I see couples all the time. So, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help. So we thank you.
So please visit the YouTube channel for the Doctor and the Realist and the Instagram page for the Doctor and the Realist. Please follow, like, and subscribe, y'all. We cannot do it without y'all. We need y'all. Absolutely. If you want to keep getting this content, if you really like this show, if you like the characters, you like the jokes most days, please like and subscribe, y'all. We need y'all to get these numbers up so that we can make this a movement.
Yep.
And peace, love, and respect for everybody that took the time to hear us out.
Yes.
Once again, thank you, my wife, for your knowledge and your love and your patience with me. You see, I am a handful.
Most days.
Most days.
But thank you guys. Peace, love, positive energy is what we're saying. And protect your energy.
Yes, at all costs.
At all costs.
I get a smooch.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Peace.
We have 62 minutes tonight.